All right, folks, we are here. We are on location, and we are in Sikeston on a sultry Thursday afternoon with KYMO, Classic KYMO 105.3, and Local 95 on your GoSEMO Fiber channel list. And I'm sitting here with someone who, well, Mississippi Countyans recognize. Tell them who you are.
I'm Hamill Course. I've been on the board for 3 years. I'm up for re-election this year and decided at the last minute not to run. I got 3 little boys under 10 years old, and this co-op deserves a director that can commit fully.
Well, but you served your time, and just in the short time that you've been on the board, you've seen a lot of changes and a lot of growth.
Seen a lot of changes. The fiber is, exploding with it. 3 years is not that long, but it's certainly long enough to start to appreciate the employees here and the hard work that they do, and to really just love them.
Well, now, on a day like today, there's no doubt this is an important thing. People may be saying, well, it's a little hot and I don't want to get out. You don't have to get out. You don't even have to get out of your car to come vote and get a good prize, plus get a $15 break, if you will, on your bill.
Yeah, and I wish I could sit in my car right now. It's hot. It's hot out here.
It's to the point now that we expect this kind of weather in July and August, but we don't expect it in May. But fans are helping under these tents just a little bit. But, boy, be nice for a cool thunderstorm breeze. Just not a thunderstorm here.
Right. We didn't get much of a spring this year, did we?
It doesn't seem like we did. Well, Mr. Course, look, thank you. I'm going to shake your hand for the work that you did while on the board. So that seat is open, and that's why it's important for you to get out today and vote. This is the annual members meeting for the SEMO Electric Cooperative. We're going to be here all afternoon and in through the supper hours, so get out here and vote. SEMO Electric Cooperative members, we need you here today. It's the annual meeting, KYMO. We're on location with Local 95 right now, and we'll be back a little bit later on this hour with more from the Sikeston Rodeo grounds. Okay, folks, back here again this afternoon with Classic KYMO 105.3 and your Channel 95 on your GoSEMO Fiber television list. And we appreciate them being here. We appreciate you listening on your radios. And standing next to me here, I'm going to get them to introduce themselves.
My name is Keith Haynes. I'm the director for SEMO. I represent Stoddard and Bullinger counties.
All right, one of the board members, and then somebody who supplies power.
My name is Mike Collier with M&A Electric Power Co-op in Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
All right, let's start over here in Stoddard County. You and I have talked before. You've been on the board of directors how long now?
15 years this year.
15 years for Stoddard County, and of course, it's hard not to bring up the fact that SEMO Electric, now with GoSEMO Fiber, has seen amazing growth.
Amazing growth. It really has. It's touched so many lives. So many lives. Not just that, but last week I handed out scholarships from our program that we have, our Roundup program at Bell City School, little small school. Those $800 scholarships mean a lot.
They mean a heck of a lot to someone, and especially in rural areas like Bell City, these little places, all the way around. Makes you feel good.
It makes me feel real good.
And that's monies, if I'm not mistaken, that comes from the members.
Comes from our members. They round up your bill to the nearest dollar. That money all goes to scholarships. This year, $83 for $800 each.
83 $800 scholarships. That's pretty impressive. I'm going to get Mike over here real quick and talk to him. All of this wouldn't be possible if we didn't have the power, and you send the power down the line so that we can do what we're doing now.
The co-op system is a well-oiled machine. It works well together with the generation and transmission and then the distribution cooperatives.
And so how long have you been involved with all this?
I've been at M&A for 16 years and buying right-of-way easements for new projects, and then also handling member relations for our co-op members.
Well, I tell you what, it takes board members, it takes people all over Southeast Missouri and the surrounding communities to make all this happen. And today we're kind of celebrating in some ways, but we've got important business to do too, because we've got to vote on a new board of directors, correct?
We do. I'm up this year. Fortunately, I don't have an opponent.
I'd say you got pretty good odds. Folks, come on out. If you are a SEMO Electric Cooperative member, we need you to come by sometime between now and 6 o'clock. The business meeting will start at 6. Until then, we're going to be reminding you throughout the afternoon on Channel 95 and, of course, on Classic KYMO 105.3. I'm Reed Howell. We'll check back in with you a little bit later on here from the Sikeston Rodeo grounds with the SEMO Electric Cooperative. All right, good afternoon once again here on this Thursday afternoon. It's a hot one for May, but we're here for the annual meeting of the SEMO Electric Cooperative. I'm Reed Howell with Classic KYMO 105.3, and we're also broadcasting on Channel 95 on your GoSEMO Fiber Network. And next to me, we'll just have them introduce themselves.
Dennis Fowler.
And Dennis, are you board of director?
Yes, I am.
County?
Yeah, Stoddard.
In Stoddard County, one of the board of directors from Stoddard County. And, of course, I'll scrunch down here. Some of you that listen to Just Another Morning Show know who she is. She's the Facebook Live camera girl, but now she's on the other side, and it's Becky Ivester.
Hi, everyone. Becky Ivester, manager of subscriber engagement.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about Stoddard County. You know, every county in the SEMO Electric Cooperative that they envelop has seen tremendous growth, and Stoddard County is no exception.
That's right. We were lucky to kind of be one of the first area to start with the Wi-Fi advance, one of the first, and it came at an opportune time because COVID had just started in, and when the advanced school was and the other schools were able to go remote and take care of the kids, and we were really proud to be a part of that.
Well, and a lot of school systems, rural, were scrambling, trying to figure out, and people were trying to throw up hotspots and the whatnot. So being on the forefront of that, it was kind of fortuitous, to use a big word.
Yeah, it was. I was the first board member to get hooked up to the Wi-Fi, and I took a little harassment over that, but that's all right.
Somebody's got to try it out. I mean, come on. Now, Becky, as the Wi-Fi and everything spread, continuing to this day, you are getting more and more people signed up.
Advance leads us in the #1 zone since we started this project. We have more people enroll and transfer in our Advance area than anywhere because they want fiber fast internet. We're in a competitive area there, but people want fiber fast internet by their cooperative. They know we're going to give them that customer service. We have a local office there that Gina works at. They want that local service.
Well, and it all comes back down to, I think, once people get a taste of it, so to speak, everybody that I know that signed up for it went, I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. I knew it was out there, but I kind of, held back because I was with somebody else. But you can attest to it. You were one of the first. You're never going back, are you?
No. We get a lot of people who are not on our system who are really inquiring about how they can get hooked up and what it would take to get hooked up. And we're working on different programs to try and do that. So we'll see how that pans out because it's a matter of some money.
Everything comes back to money to some point. But you know what, Becky, he brings up a good point. I get asked all the time, well, I'm on this line, and my friend down the road 3 houses down can get it, but I can't. Who do I talk to?
You need to give us a call, 877-430-5418, or just go to GoSEMOfiber.com. Just show your interest there. If we get ready to build your zone, we'll go ahead. We'll contact you by email, anything like that. We just had someone come through and said, this is the best stuff ever you done. And I said, we done it for you, our members. The board of directors decided to do this for you.
Well, and that's what it's all about. So come out today. It's the annual members meeting. You need to vote about board of directors. You have questions. You can ask those questions. We want to see you out here at the Sikeston Jaycee Rodeo grounds. We're going to be here all through the afternoon, coming at you on the radio and on Channel 95, your local 95, off of GoSEMO Fiber. All right, so come out and see us. I'm Reed Howell with Classic KYMO. Now let's get back to some more tunes here on the radio. All right, we are back here in the 3 o'clock hour at the rodeo grounds in Sikeston, Missouri. We are here because it's the SEMO Electric Cooperative's annual members meeting. And that means if you're a SEMO Electric Cooperative member, GoSEMO Fiber, we need you out here this afternoon. You got some voting to do, and you get a $15 credit for coming by, and you get a nice prize, a nice big cooler or something like that. Now, who do I have standing next to me here right now?
So I'm Amanda Burnett. I am the manager of accounting, finance, and compliance at the co-op.
And next to her?
My name is Myron Hawes. I'm on the board of director of SEMO Electric, representing New Manor County.
And, of course, Myron and I, we always tend to run into one another somewhere, somehow. And let's start with Amanda, ladies first, if you will. And, we're going to talk about property taxes, are we not?
Yes. So in 2021, the co-op and GoSEMO hit over 4,300 miles of line. That is electric plus fiber added together. And that equated into over $1 million that GoSEMO and SEMO Electric pay in property taxes back to the local areas, so the local counties. And that don't include sales tax or payroll taxes. So it's nice that, we're able to operate to where we can give back and help build up our local community.
I tell you what, that's a big chunk of money right there. And Myron, I know for a fact, talking about chunks of money, the services that GoSEMO Fiber and SEMO Electric provide. You want to have the services out there. You try to keep the prices reasonable, but this is part, property taxes, death and taxes, you always have that going on, but the Roundup program, all those things that you guys have, I mean, this is giving back to the community.
Correct, it is, and glad you brought up the Roundup program. I believe there's $800 scholarships to 83 students this year for the counties that we represent. So right at over $1 million we've given out since this program has been in inception. It's a great way of giving back to the community. It's a strictly volunteer by the member to have your bill rounded up to participate in. And
well, now, Myron, real quick, I want to ask you, New Madrid County, you've obviously seen the benefits of all this. I mean, from the rural perspective, how much it's helped the county.
Yes, just on the Roundup program you're referring to. Yes, all the kids, and I'm going to be May the 16th at New Madrid County Central handing out scholarships during the program there, and look forward to seeing the kids that get them. And I say that's a lot of kids throughout the area, and it's going to benefit a lot of families. And as we've all put kids through college, anything helps.
Every cent helps. So the next time you have your bill, if you've not done the Roundup program, round it up because it helps. 83 kids now from SEMO Electric are going to get $800 to help their college expenses to go on. $1 million paid in property taxes alone, not counting all the other stuff. It's all about members. It's all about the community.
Yeah, local, keeping it local.
All the time. Myron?
Providing a great service, too. The fiber, the touch fiber is just fast, top of the line internet. That's what it's all about as well.
And we've got the best internet that some cities would like to have, as I like to say. Folks, thank you so much. Hey, again, we want to see you down here this afternoon. Those of you watching on Channel 95, those of you listening on Classic KYMO 105.3, we want to see you down here as well. So come on out and see us. I'm Reed Howell. We're here through the evening hours. We'll be checking back with you just a little bit later on here on Classic KYMO and Channel 95. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back again this afternoon on a hot and sultry Thursday morning. Actually, it's Thursday afternoon. I'm still thinking it's the morning, but it's the afternoon. And the heat's getting to me, Lloyd.
It's hot, isn't it? It's hot. It's May hot. Welcome to Southeast Missouri, huh?
Lloyd Rice joining us here on Channel 95. And, of course, we're broadcasting on Classic KYMO 105.3. And next to him,
Tim Coppage. I'm a board member here with SEMO Electric and GoSEMO.
And the county you represent?
New Madrid County.
New Madrid County down there with Myron and the crew. Well, Lloyd, a lot of people have been through. It's kind of been steady through the day.
Real steady since we started at 10 this morning. Reed, and again, despite a little bit of heat, we're having a good time out here. And just appreciate the fact that people are taking time to come out. I mean, we know it takes effort to do that during a work day, and we certainly appreciate it.
Well, I tell you, and they need to come out here because it's important. It's important to vote for these board members. It's important. There's a bylaw I think you'd mentioned the other morning when you and I were talking on Just Another Morning Show that they need to vote on. And, Tim, it's important for the people to be active because this is their cooperative.
Isn't it great that we're a local co-op and it's local people? We're taking care of our local members, and, we're not being taken care of by somebody in California or in New England or somewhere like that. It's just a great process that I think we have as being cooperative members. And, we have our due diligence as members to keep everything going and try to keep these rates down and a wonderful project that we brought to the area with GoSEMO. So,
and, of course, GoSEMO Fiber still gathering members, still gathering steam a little bit.
Still gathering members, gathering steam in those areas where we've already built out to our membership. We talk to you about it quite often, but with with the direction of the board and helping kind of push this thing. We talked about, turning that page, what's it look like once we kind of spread out and go to the rest of the area. Tim's exactly right. The whole point you do this stuff is because it is local. We talked about that yesterday on the radio. It's local people doing local business with each other. Amanda talked to you about the taxes that are paid. That cooperative dollar you spend doesn't leave the area. I mean, it just keeps piling up and multiplying itself here.
Well, in rural areas such as we are in most of southeast Missouri, Tim, you got to, with what COVID brought forth, which was bad, it also brought some good out, and that was getting this rural fiber out there to people when they really needed it.
It's been such a wonderful thing to see, our schools and our businesses, the response that they've had. It's brought us into the real world with the rest of the United States and the bigger cities. We got, our kids now are all got Chromebooks, and just think of all the businesses out there that around the area, that you have a trucking company that's down the road there, but they've got 50 trucks, but that now they're connected to their businesses, and then our farmers, they're everything. My son watches his planter go through the field on his iPad now. High-speed internet's taking care of that for him. They have problems. John Deere knows. It's just amazing, isn't it? What it just brought us into a new era that we weren't used to.
That's exactly right.
Tim, especially, son was able to build across the road, on the home farm. Maybe something wasn't always in the picture, and we love that part of it, and being able to lean into that. It's been the best part of this journey by far.
Well, we've got a lot of time this afternoon for you to get out here this afternoon, be a part of this annual meeting. Come through. It's drive-through. You don't even have to get out of your car.
No, not at all.
I mean, it's simple. Drive through, take care of it. You get a $15 credit on your bill, plus you get a nice gift as you go through. So we want to see you. We're going to be talking to you throughout the rest of the afternoon up through the 6 o'clock hour. So come out. You're watching on Channel 95, Local 95 on GoSEMO Fiber, and you're listening here on Classic KYMO 105.3. Thank you. All right, folks, back again this afternoon here. I dare say it feels maybe a half a degree cooler than it was a little earlier, but I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. It's a warm afternoon, but there's no reason for you not to come down this afternoon here to the rodeo grounds in Sikeston, because it is SEMO Electric and GoSEMO Fiber's annual members meeting, and we are here broadcasting on Classic KYMO 105.3 and live. We're taking some of these things live on Channel 95, your local 95 with your GoSEMO Fiber. And standing next to me, who do I have here?
Brittany Mulcahy.
And Brittany is next to?
Carl F. Tink.
And Carl, you're one of the board members, correct?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
And what county?
I live in Scott County.
All right, so another board member here, Brittany here. Brittany, what do you do with the cooperative?
I'm in administration and HR and a little bit of member services.
So you kind of just make sure. In other words, you keep everybody in line. Yeah. Okay, yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
Now, how long have you been with SEMO Electric?
10 years. I celebrated 10 years this year.
No kidding. So you've seen, and we talk, I know that people go, oh, you're going to talk about growth again, but you've seen a lot of growth in 10 years.
We have, and we've held on to that growth since this fiber has came along. So we've held on to over 16,000 meters for this whole year, and I think about half of last year we've held on to that number. We've not fluctuated under 16,000. So
that's a lot of meters, and that's a lot of electricity and fiber going on too.
Right. We expect that fiber is one of the main reasons why we've seen this growth, because our number of residential meters has risen steadily and continues to rise because people want to live where they can receive GoSEMO fiber. We've got it.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. You know, Lloyd and I were talking the other morning on Just Another Morning Show on 105.3 about the simple fact we're seeing some, business, we're seeing industry, and it is predicated on a good grid of electric and now fiber.
Yes, it is. And I will tell you, the housing market is up right now as well, and those customers and clients are also looking for houses that are being served on SEMO Electric now because they're looking for internet that's going to be fast.
Well, and you've got it. Yeah. You've definitely got fast internet. And it's not just schools and businesses, it's the farming community too.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of the farming activity. The farmers rely on good high-speed internet to follow the markets, to market their grain, just to manage their business and to order parts. They can check the weather. The internet is key to their operation.
It is what it is, and you guys have made it possible that we are as good as anyone else anywhere in the world right now with GoSEMO Fiber and the SEMO Electric Cooperative. It's Carl, it's Brittany, and we want to thank you guys for the service that you do, but we need you out here. You need to come out this afternoon and vote. If you are a SEMO Electric Cooperative member, we need you here this afternoon to vote, okay? Hey, you get a $15 credit and a nice prize, too, so come on by and say hello. I'm Reed Howell, broadcasting on KYMO 105.3 and, of course, on Channel 95 at GoSEMO Fiber. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here again. Another hot afternoon, but you know, it seems to be cooling off. Every time we do one of these, seems to get a little bit better. It's a Thursday afternoon. We're in the 4 o'clock hour, and we are out at the rodeo grounds as part of GoSEMO Fiber and SEMO Electric. It's the SEMO Electric Cooperative's annual members meeting, where the members come out, they vote on a bylaw today. They're voting about board of directors elections that are out and about and things to do. It's all drive-through, but if you want to get out and talk, well, obviously we're going to let you and come by and say hello. Alongside me here, who do I have?
Carla Moore. I live at Bloomfield. I'm a board of director. I've been on the board for 13 years.
13 years with the board of directors, that whole time with Stoddard County?
Yes.
Now, you have seen the growth in this. You know, we were talking about Advance in Stoddard County and how it's, you know, a kind of a hub with the GoSEMO Fiber. It's really made some strides over the last couple of years, hasn't it?
Oh, yes, yes. And the surrounding towns, they want what we have. They want the fiber. They want the fast service, you know, and we're hoping that we can do that one of these days, but it takes time.
Oh, sure. You know, growth, continued growth, and that's what we're talking about. Good, solid infrastructure with the electric, but on the GoSEMO Fiber side, standing over here is...
Hello, Reed. I'm Jeremy Gravitt. I'm also a Bloomfield person, and I'm a fiber sales consultant. My function is mainly commercial sales.
And, of course, you came on as this project with fiber especially was, you know, coming along and had been going about a year or so when you stepped in, right?
That's right. It had been going for about a year, and I've been here since... August of 2020, so almost 2 years. In just the time that I've been here, the growth has been mind-blowing. We've really grown a lot. We've added a commercial phone service that we can sell to businesses now that isn't even tied to our internet service, so our reach is forever growing, and we're expanding. So, yeah, been here 2 years, seen a lot of growth. Expect to see a whole lot more. We're pretty excited about it.
Well, you should be, and, of course, you know, being on the board, you know, you guys... The board came up with this idea several years ago, and it's really come to fruition now, and it was a good decision.
Oh, yes, yes. It was a scary decision to start with, you know, making that first step, but I am so proud that we all did that, and we're where we're at today.
And that's where we are today, growing with GoSEMO Fiber, watching on Channel 95. You can see us behind. We're here and then we're there at the same time, plus you're listening on KYMO 105.3. And, of course, our sister station, Shotgun 97.1, is powered by GoSEMO Fiber and, of course, SEMO Electric, too. So it's the members' annual meeting today. Come out, say hi to Jeremy and the rest of the crew and all of us here. And be sure you vote for your board of directors, okay? All right, so we'll come back and check on everything a little bit later on in the hour. Right now, back to more music here on Classic KYMO and back to Classic, well, not Classic, but it's local 95 on SEMO Electric and GoSEMO Fiber. All right, back here again in this 4 o'clock hour. And as we are moving through this 4 o'clock hour, I'm joined by someone that I've known all my life, and someone new from the Jefferson City area. Let's tell the folks that are watching on television who you are.
I'm Dickie Hayner. I'm the director with the co-op.
And you are from?
Charleston, Missouri.
There you go. And next to him is Chris from?
Yes, Chris Mashman with the Co-op Statewide Association out of Jefferson City.
All right, and both of them, I know Dickie has been a part of the board of directors here at GoSEMO Fiber and SEMO Electric for a long time. He has seen the growth of SEMO Electric, and now the fiber. And we're broadcasting here on 105.3 KYMO. We know the benefits of what it brings, but, man, has it not? What a great decision you guys made a couple of years ago.
Oh, it's wonderful. We've grown very much, and everybody likes the internet. It's the greatest thing we've ever done.
You like the internet too, don't you?
Very much. Very fast.
Now, you got to stay away from that Amazon stuff, though, because
Yeah, right. Costs money.
you'll have the UPS guys running crazy.
Right, sure will.
All right, now, Chris, you travel around the state, I guess, looking over things like this?
Yeah, so we're actually here today to help facilitate the co-op's annual election. So that's a couple of the great things about electric cooperatives. We truly are a family. So our statewide association, we have other folks from other co-ops here helping out to make sure the election runs smooth. But then the democratic side of that thing, to make sure that our members are the ones that are choosing who's going to represent them on their local electric board, make those decisions because they know the community, they know the area, and they should be the ones that have the most say in that. So we're here to facilitate that and make that democratic voice heard.
And that's what it's all about. This annual meeting is about people coming out here, Dickie, putting their votes in. They don't even have to get out of the car to do it. It's very simple.
Right. They can all drive through. Works very good.
And they get a $15 credit.
Right. Plus they get a backpack deal, too.
That's right, a soft cooler and the whatnot. But, Chris, that's right. And you hit on it. It's about it's the democratic process because this is a co-op.
That really is what sets co-ops apart from any other type of utility and business out there, and that's what makes us so special. You are represented by folks who are your neighbors, and they really are here to take care of you and Dickie and the rest of the board of directors here at SEMO. Every decision they make is with the interest of the members in mind.
Well, and that's what it's all about. So get out here this afternoon, the rodeo grounds in Sikeston. If you're watching on Channel 95, your local 95, through your GoSEMO fiber, you're seeing us, so come down. We want to see you. And if you're listening on 105.3 Classic KYMO, we want to see you because you've heard us. So come out here today, get your vote in, vote for the board of directors, vote for your co-op. I'm Reed Howell, broadcasting on location here for Classic KYMO 105.3 and Local 95 on GoSEMO Fiber. Okay, we're back here, and we are on Channel 95, your local 95 with GoSEMO Fiber. We are here today and broadcasting on location with Classic KYMO 105.3. And, folks, it's a warm day, but I think we're getting a little bit of a break here later in the day, a little bit of a breeze. But I'm joined now by
John Bledsoe.
And Mr. Bledsoe is joined next to him.
Marty Vineyard. I'm the operations manager at SEMO Electric.
All right, guys, and here we are, another annual meeting, another fine day out there. Everybody, a lot of work's gone into this for today. A lot of people are still coming through. How long have you been associated with SEMO Electric and GoSEMO Fiber?
Well, I got on the board in 1998, so I've been here
a couple of years.
Yeah, a couple of years.
Yeah, a couple of decades.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
It's been fun.
Well, and I was going to ask, okay, so 98 to 2022, you talk about seeing a lot of things change and a lot of things, for the better. You've seen it all.
Well, seen a lot of it. And this making people's lives better with juice and fiber. That's, we're trying to supply everything that our members need, electricity, and the fiber has been a boon. I don't know how many people I've seen drive by and stop me today and say, thank you so much for that fiber. We couldn't live without it.
Well, and that's just, I hear that all the time, too. It has made so much difference in not just business and everyday lives, but school, education, and it's been a draw for the area, I think, in terms of industry, too.
Well, yes. Where else can you go and get, there's large cities that don't have the speed that we have with our internet. So that's a drawing card.
Absolutely, and, of course, keeping all that running, you got to stay out there, you got to have people in the field, and operations, that encompasses a lot, doesn't it?
That falls on our shoulders, and I'd like to take this as an opportunity to thank our membership. We've really stepped up our game on our vegetation control over the last few years, and everyone has been very cooperative on our trimming and our mowing, and it has had a significant difference in our reliability. We've had some days where we've had some 45, 50-mile-an-hour winds, and before then, those days would have caused us some outages. Now that we've had a lot of the trees removed, a lot of the right-of-way mowed, we got through those days with minimal outages. So it's been a real blessing for us, and I really appreciate the cooperation.
Well, and that's what it takes, though. A co-op is kind of like a family. You get the term, you hear the term family all the time. This is what it is. It's neighbors helping neighbors. It's, friends helping friends.
And see, our co-op couldn't exist without Marty and his people.
Right.
I mean, they keep the lights on, and when you keep the lights on and you have good fiber, members are happy.
And that's exactly right. And I want to commend you guys for job well done.
And we are blessed with a good board and general manager that gives us the tools and what we need to achieve our goals.
Guys, thank you so much for being out today. And, folks, we want you to come out, too. So if you're watching now on Channel 95, come to the rodeo grounds. If you're a SEMO Electric Co-op member, we need your votes today. That's going to happen a little after, well, right at 6 o'clock or so. Get your $15 discount and get your little prize pack, too. You'll see what I'm talking about if you get out here. I'm Reed Howell, broadcasting on Local 95 on GoSEMO Fiber and, of course, on Classic KYMO 105.3. Folks, back again here into the 5 o'clock hour now on this Thursday afternoon. I'm Reed Howell, broadcasting on location from the Jaycee Bootheel Rodeo grounds with SEMO Electric and GoSEMO Fiber. It is their annual meeting today, and you still got about an hour to get out here, get your vote in, get your $15 credit, and the actual business meeting will start at about 6 o'clock. Now, joining me over here to my left is...
My name's Chris Freed. I'm the manager of fiber construction for SEMO Electric, GoSEMO Fiber.
All right, and next to him?
James Danicki, a director.
All right, a director from SEMO Electric. And, well, guys, as we are sitting here today, you know, the SEMO fiber, the fiber itself, that's been the big thing over the last couple of years. You know, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Reed, that's been a huge boon for our cooperative, for our membership. You know, and I really want to thank our membership for putting up with us. We've had a heck of a time. You know, we've built over 1,700 miles of fiber in the last 4 years. You know, that's quite a feat. You know, we talk about it all the time. It's kind of like eating an elephant. You know, you start on one leg and you work around, well, all the way around, you know, and we've, before you know it, we've put 1,700 miles in the air and got, you know, over almost 8,000 members connected with fiber, you know, high-speed internet, TV, phone. So we're really excited about that. Our membership have been very, very supportive, and we want to thank them for that. It's almost like excitement. You know, you hear stories, you know, back in the 1930s when the cooperative was started, you know, people that were getting lights at their homes out in the middle of nowhere. You know, we're seeing a lot of that same excitement again, and we really, really have enjoyed it. It's been a great movement. And we're going to continue. We're going to continue to build, continue to grow the business, and just expand it out.
And, of course, the board of directors, you guys voted several years ago to make this fiber thing possible, and here we are today.
That's right, and it was a big step for us, and we're certainly concerned of cost and cost, but it is turning out to be so great for our membership and the whole community.
Well, and that's what it's all about. It's about community. It's about serving the community. It's about being friends. It's about being family. And we want to see you get out here this afternoon, about, less than an hour now, to get your votes in, come back through, because the business meeting will start at 6 o'clock. Folks, we appreciate those that have been by. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate those that are watching on Local 95 and listening here on Classic KYMO. I'm Reed Howell here at the annual meeting for the SEMO Electric Cooperative. Now back to more music here on Classic KYMO and back to Channel 95. We are back here in this 5 o'clock hour, part of the GoSEMO Fiber and SEMO Electric Cooperative's annual members meeting today. I'm Reed Howell, broadcasting here on location on Local 95 and, of course, Classic KYMO 105.3. And I'm joined by...
Josh.
Josh.
Yeah.
Carmichael.
Carmack.
Josh Carmack. And you are?
Rick Faulkner.
All right, Rick. Familiar faces, but, you know, just look into the camera. Nobody's watching. It's okay. It's all good. Now, tell me a little bit about what you do with SEMO Electric and GoSEMO Fiber.
I work in the IT department. We just take care of the network, any server components, switch components, cabling, wireless access points, computers, printers. Just there's a whole plethora of things that we take care of and make this operation successful.
You're the mouse clicker and the button pusher, right?
I do that. That's what I do. Yeah.
And you're the one that everybody screams at when something upstream goes down, or
that's right. Yeah.
And you're the one that gets upset when people shoot the wires.
Oh yeah, that makes it a little challenging. Yes.
What is one of the most common complaints though that you field? I mean, that somebody calls an FAQ that you may be able to tell somebody this is common. Here's something that you can do at home to maybe troubleshoot on your own.
Sure. So after a certain period of time, all electronics usually need to be rebooted. Sometimes they can last hundreds of days. Sometimes, they need to be rebooted every couple of months, something like that. But if you're noticing that you're seeing a slowdown or something's not connecting right, first line of defense when it comes to that is just to reboot your ONT, is what we call it, or the boxes that we have in your house. Just give those a quick power cycle by removing the power cord, plugging it back in, waiting about 5 minutes, and seeing if your connectivity improves.
And again, it's a very simple thing. Now, being on the board, I've asked all the board members this, pretty much all day long. The decision to go fiber was a big decision, but it's been well worth it to this point.
Yes, sir, Ray. It was financially the biggest decision we've ever made. We thought about it a long time and worked at it, but it has been one of the best decisions we've ever made. Sure glad we did it.
Well, and it seems to me that, looking at some of the numbers that I've been told and hearing it and seeing it, that fiber may have actually led to more electric meters as well.
I think so. I think we're seeing that, every month. I think we see an increase in electric meters because of fiber. People really need fiber anymore. I guess not as bad as electricity, but almost.
And from the IT side of things, more and more big businesses are coming in. That's going to keep you guys busy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of business customers in. I know I've been building a bunch of subnets for these customers for their static IP addresses and just going over what they need. Our fiber sales consultants are really good at meeting their needs and figuring out exactly what they're needing.
Well, guys, we appreciate the work you're doing from the board of directors standpoint to behind the scenes, making sure that things run smoothly. Still have time to get out here and get your votes in for the annual member meeting, so we want to see you out here. Get through. It's drive-through. You don't even have to get out. You can stay in your car the whole way around through the rodeo grounds, and out you go. But we want to see you, so be sure you come out to the annual meeting of the SEMO Electric Cooperative. I'm Reed Howell, broadcasting on Local 95 on your GoSEMO Fiber television channels, and, of course, broadcasting on Classic KYMO 105.3. And back we are for the last time, at least during this portion of the afternoon, here on the rodeo grounds with the SEMO Electric Cooperative's annual meeting, broadcasting on Classic KYMO 105.3 and, of course, Local 95, your GoSEMO Fiber channel. And I am joined by
Butch Dernberger.
And Butch is standing next to the big man himself,
Sean Van Slyke.
And Sean is, well, he's the big guy at SEMO Electric and GoSEMO Fiber. And I tell you what, it's been a pretty good afternoon, hasn't it?
Yes, it really has been a nice afternoon. A little warm, but it's been nice.
Well, sometimes here, just think over the weekend we were bundled up and in the 40s, and now we're in the 90s. But that's what happens around here, and you know what? We're used to it in this part of the world.
That's good. That's good. That's the reason we got 4 seasons.
That's exactly right. Now, of course, board of directors, you're no stranger to these meetings, are you?
Probably not. I've been on the board 24 years.
24 years? Well, that's just a couple of, you've had a couple of sleeps since then.
Yeah.
I've been asking all the board members, obviously fiber is one of the biggest things you guys have done, and probably in the 24 years you've been on the board.
It's one of the main things we've done in the last couple of years. I mean, in the last 3 or 4 years, whatever. It's amazing to me what this group has done, to get everything on board to do it. I mean, it's amazing what they've done.
And, of course, Sean, kind of, piloting the ship and watching these workers, the guys, the gals, the board members, it's just incredible. And they do such a great job.
No, it's totally awesome, and I'm just blessed to be part of that and be part of the show, actually. And I'm so humble, and we're so humble about what we're doing. A lot of people don't see what we do in the dark to keep the lights on and the fiber flowing. But like a lot of successful people, you have to work in the dark to make things happen. And I'm just really proud of this team.
Now, you have something in your hand.
I do have, because this is Butch's last meeting. I don't know if he and I can get through it, but we've been pretty close for the last 10 years. And this is a plaque that we presented to Butch this morning to start the day. And he's been a great board member. Been on the board for quite some time, and he would tell you he's most proud of the fact that he helped with the name change in 2000, and he helped Operation Roundup, which now we hit the $1 million mark on scholarships for kids. And then he helped usher in GoSEMO Fiber. And those are the big 3 things that he's proud of, and I'm proud of him.
Well, we appreciate your time, Mr. Dernberger. I'll shake your hand on that. All right. And, of course, Sean, again, this comes down to everything. This is family. This is members. This is what this is all about, and we still have time for you at home to get down here. Get your votes in. The business meeting will start around 6 o'clock sharp, right?
Yep, 6 o'clock sharp. We'll be on KY 105.3. We'll be on Facebook, on YouTube, We just appreciate so many people that came out today. We had a great day. It was hot, but the alternative would have been thunderstorms, and that would have created other problems. So we just appreciate people. We appreciate people's support.
Well, we appreciate you guys, and thank you so much. Folks, this is what it's all about. It's about family. It's about members. It's about being in the community. So, business meeting starts 6 o'clock sharp. Still have time to get down here. Sean, thank you. Mr. Dernberger, thank you again for all your service. And, folks, you're watching on 95, Local 95 on your GoSEMO Fiber channel, and, of course, listening on Classic KYMO 105.3.
Thank you, Sean. It's my pleasure to call the 84th annual meeting of the SEMO Electric Cooperative to order and to welcome you here today. We appreciate you coming. Hope you enjoy the meeting. And at this time, I want to ask John Bledsoe, our Vice President, to come and have the invocation.
Yep. If you would just pray with me for a moment, please. Father God, we just come with thankful hearts. Lord, as we come together as a co-op and as a family, we have so much to be thankful for, Lord. We thank you for our staff, our employees, our members. Father, we thank you for let us be part of this great movement, that we can have energy and internet, Lord, to make people's lives better. Father, we thank you for the day that you've given us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Rick. At this time, Brittany Malkahai will come up and lead us in our next items.
Hello. At this time, we would like for our veterans to stand up and be recognized, please. Give them a round of applause. And if everybody else could join them and stand up for the singing of our national anthem by our own employee, Nathan Hull's son, Hayden.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good job, Hayden. If you guys can please stand back up one more time for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You all may be seated. And where is Megan Ray? Megan Ray is our attorney. Come on up, Megan. She's going to do the determination of the quorum.
Not yet, but I will. Thank you. Hello. This evening we needed 128 members registered and voting to have a quorum, and I'm happy to report we exceeded that by many, many members. The next item of business is the approval of the notice of meeting. It was in your May edition of your Rural Missouri magazine. We can dispense with the reading of the notice if someone would like to make a motion that we do so. Would any member like to make a motion to dispense with the reading of the notice? I see one. Is there a second? Thank you. All those in favor? Anybody opposed? All right, thank you. Next, we'll have the Secretary Treasurer's report.
We've got to get some numbers together. I would tell a joke, but I don't know any. So you're looking at the joke. All right, Tim's coming now. Got everything together.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank you for celebrating SEMO Electric Cooperative's 84 years of service. My name's Tim Coppage, and I'm your Secretary-Treasurer of the Board of Directors. As part of my responsibilities as Secretary-Treasurer, I will share the results of today's membership vote regarding minutes and financial reports for 2021. The minutes and financial reports referenced were provided to you in the most recent issue of the Rural Missouri magazine, which each of our members receive, and it serves as our official notice of this meeting. Just so you know, we save money each year by using the Rural Missouri as the official notice. If we mailed a separate letter, it would cost around $10,000 to do that, so we choose to work it that way. For today's voting results regarding the minutes from our 2021 annual meeting, yes votes were 542, no votes were 2, so the minutes from 2021 are approved. Thank you. For today's voting results regarding the financial report for 2021, yes votes were 542, no votes were 2. The 2021 financial report is approved, and thank you for that. I would like to note that the cooperative's 2021 financial records were audited by the firm of Botts, Deal & Company, of which a clean opinion was issued for 2021. In accordance with the cooperative's policies and bylaws, a complete copy of the audit is available for members' review at the Sikeston office. While the past 2 years have certainly had its challenges due to COVID, there are many good things happening at SEMO Electric. Please allow me to share 4 items. First, I want to say thank you to our employees, known as Team SEMO, and they are a great team that works together. Their unwavering commitment to serve you during COVID showed, and through severe weather events. They stuck through all of it, and we appreciate that. They're on call 24/7, 365 days a year. It's a dynamic work environment. Second, we added a permanent drive-through facility last summer at our Bloomfield campus. Today, we're in the construction phase of adding a permanent drive-through facility at our Sikeston campus. We have about 2,000 members visit these offices each month. The new facilities provide an enhanced level of member convenience, of course. Third, we are close to connecting our 8,000th GoSEMO fiber subscriber. That is amazing since we just connected our first subscriber in February of 2018. All members now have access to world-class fiber-fast internet, TV, and phone services. We, with your support, brought essential broadband services to Southeast Missouri, and it's making people's lives better. Last, I'd like to take a moment to say thank you for your participation in Operation Roundup. Operation Roundup allows members to round their monthly bill to the next dollar amount. On average, this is $6.46 annually, or about 54 cents a month. The difference is then allocated to a scholarship fund and distributed to our scholarship applicants' educational institution that they choose.
Last thing, I just want to compliment Sean and Von for running a contested race that was very professional. And I told them earlier, it's kind of like when you go, it's probably a bad analogy, but I can't have both of them. But I do appreciate how you guys handled yourself with your families, and that means a lot to us and to the cooperative, so thank you. I'm probably not going to get through this, and neither is Butch. One more surprise, friend. Come on. I'm going to give this to Kathy, and you can take that home. And I know you want to go home, but some people just require, this is a really fabulous, fantastic prize just for you. And everybody wants to go home. So you'll notice on the back it says Dernberger. That's his parting gift, buddy. I appreciate all the things. Thank you. There you go, friend. You know, Butch is a frugal person, and I know he'd appreciate my frugality of just giving you a hard hat. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming. I'm going to turn it back over to our president, Mr. Faulkner.
Thank you, Sean. All right, we're down to any old business to come before the meeting tonight. All right, seeing none, any new business to come before the meeting tonight? All right, seeing none, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Got a motion and a second? All in favor, stand up, please. We are adjourned. Appreciate y'all coming, and enduring the heat. It was exceptionally warm for this time of year, but thank you again.